This is a great day in the presence of God. This is reconciling everyone to God. We are looking at conversations that Jesus had with people while he lived on this earth as a man. And now we are looking at the conversation he had with the woman of Samaria, otherwise called the Samaritan woman. And you find that in John chapter 4. John chapter 4, we're going to read a little bit of that story, but it's a popular story that some of us would know. So I start from verse 1, John chapter 4 from verse 1. It said, therefore, when the Lord knew that the Pharisees had heard that Jesus made and baptized more disciples than John, though Jesus himself did not baptize, but his disciples, he left Judea and departed again to Galilee, but he needed to go through Samaria. Verse 5. So he came to a city of Samaria, which is called Sychar, near the plot of ground that Jacob gave to his son Joseph. Now Jacob's well was there. Jesus, therefore, being wearied from his journey, sat thus by the well. It was about the sixth hour, that was 12 noon. A woman of Samaria came to draw water. Jesus said to her, give me a drink. Give me a drink. If you look at the circumstance of this story, Jesus heard that the Pharisees have heard that he made and baptized more disciples than John, and he decided to leave Galilee to go to Judea, to go to Galilee. And he needed to pass through Samaria. And he came to a city in Samaria called Sychar. And while he was in that city called Sychar, by the well of Jacob, or Jacob's well, in a plot of land that Jacob gave to his son Joseph, while he was there, he was wearied from his journey. He was tired, he was exhausted. And while he was there, a woman of Samaria came to draw water from the well. And when the woman came, Jesus told the woman, give me to drink. And we know that Jesus asking for that water was not necessarily because he was weary that he needed water, because in the whole of the conversation that lasted and until the people of Samaria came, there was no drinking of water. But rather, Jesus gave the woman Christ, the living water. So I admonish us and I encourage us that have been reconciled to God, that we begin to reconcile men to God in our lines of business, even when we are busy and when we are tired. Because this is the call that God has placed upon us that are reconciled to him, to reconcile others to himself. I pray that the Lord will help you to take up this mandate of reconciling others to Jesus Christ in your line of business, whether you are tired or wearied or not, because the Lord alone will be glorified in those attempts that you make and in those commitments that you give to him. God bless you.